tonight because after what I saw, I've never been so disgusted in my life. As a sports fan, as a football fan, I never saw something just so despicable in my life. Now, I'm not going to talk boxing. We going to just talk NFL. We going to talk about that fix with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I just never seen something that was so obvious, blatantly obvious in my life. And I mean, the NFL didn't even try to hide it this time. They clearly wanted Tom Brady to win that Super Bowl. And it was so bad to where the people at my job said we going back to work. Just like the Super Bowl the year before with the Rams and the Patriots. But this Super Bowl was just so obvious they was trying to help Tom Brady win, where people was just like, this is just ridiculous. Then I go to the store to get me like some Gatorade. Same stuff. Everybody talking about how rigged that Super Bowl was. I'm going to tell you right now, Tom Brady, when it's all said and done, I know people acting like they love him. Tom Brady probably going to be the most despised athlete in the history of sports. People despise Tom Brady. The only people that like Tom Brady probably is Patriot fans and maybe now Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans. But that Super Bowl was just, it was just like everybody knew what was going on. All of a sudden, Patrick Mahomes, he can't find an open man. I know they blitzed him and stuff. He can't find an open man. He can't see the field. I mean, it looked like Patrick. I mean, come on, man. It looked worse. It looked worse than what Cam Newton did. When Cam Newton, a lot of people accused Cam Newton of throwing the Super Bowl for the Denver Broncos, so Peyton Manning can leave on a high note. And we all know the Denver Broncos defense won that game for them. It wasn't the damn offense, it was the defense. And it was pretty much the same with Tampa Bay. I was just like, I was just looking at the officiating. I was just like, what is this I'm watching? And people was just like, I got all these texts like, man, this Super Bowl is straight rigged. But what it come down to, they want Tom better than Michael Jordan so bad. And you can't even make that comparison really when you think about it, because Michael Jordan and Tom Brady play two different sports. Here's the thing, Tom Brady don't have to play defense. I don't even think Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback that ever played. Yeah, KP, what they did to the Chiefs was just, it was just so obvious. It was just so obvious. It was just so obvious they wanted Tom Brady to win. Patrick Mahomes, I just couldn't believe how bad he played. Patrick Mahomes looked like a college player out there. And I've seen Patrick Mahomes play for the last 4 years, and that ain't the Patrick Mahomes that everybody is used to seeing. Patrick Mahomes been on point. Then he going to the Super Bowl and play statistically one of the worst Super Bowl games ever. And this is a dude, this was last year's Super Bowl MVP. This was a dude that threw for 50 touchdowns. And then all of a sudden, he can't play. It was just, it was just scripted. I never saw something so obvious. That Super Bowl was trash. And here's the thing: how can you even compare Tom Brady to Michael Jordan when Tom Brady been caught cheating several times? They got caught in that Super Bowl versus the Panthers. They got caught cheating. They blatantly got caught cheating versus the Rams. Then in that Super Bowl versus the Falcons, they had drones and shit flying over the Falcons practice facility. So I mean, I was just like, man, this just don't make no kind of sense. And next year the Super Bowl is in Los Angeles. That's Sophie Stadium. Yeah, the Tuck game. Yeah, I mean, man, anybody that think Tom Brady is better than Michael Jordan, they either a proud boy or they just on the best type of dope that money can buy. When did Jordan get tied to cheating? When did the Chicago Bulls get tied to cheating? When did they tape the Phoenix Suns practices? When did they tape the Utah Jazz practices? When did they get a hold of their playbook? So that's all. I mean, and if I'm not mistaken, the Patriots got fined like the year before last for spying on the Cleveland Browns. I mean, they just stay cheating. Tom Brady's whole career is tied to cheating. His first Super Bowl is tied to cheating, and this current Super Bowl is tied to a fixed game. Patrick Mahomes did not throw one touchdown. I mean, they could at least try to make it a competitive game, make it seem like it was semi-interested. It wasn't even interested. It was horrible football. I mean, the Chiefs looked like they didn't even belong there. All year long, Patrick Mahomes is lighting defenses up. And then all of a sudden, he can't do nothing with this with this Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense that lost 5 games in the regular season. They lost 5. Remember, they won 11-5. Tampa Bay went 14-2. Patrick Mahomes was carving up defenses of all. And then all of a sudden, he go into this game, he played like Rex Grossman. Everybody knew what was going on by halftime. But then again, this is the second Super Bowl that Tampa Bay won anyway, where they cheated. Because that Super Bowl with the Raiders, they cheated. Because all the Raiders players said that Bill Callahan secretly told John Gruden what type of plays they was going to run. Several people confirmed that. From Tim Brown to Jerry Rice, who all played at that Super Bowl, they said that Bill Callahan told John Gruden what type of plays they was going to run. Keep in mind, after the Super Bowl, John Lynch, who was on that team, said we knew everything the Raiders was going to do. He said it was like practice. And if you watch that Super Bowl, it looked like they knew everything the Raiders was going to do. I mean, And then for those who don't know, Bill Callahan had to have security when they was on the airplane because they was trying to whoop his ass, because the players was trying to whoop his ass. They tried to whoop his ass on the field. They tried to whoop his ass in the locker room. They was like, you sabotaged us. Everybody knew what that dude did. I mean, come on, man. But I told y'all, I said it was no way they was gonna let Tom Brady lose that Super Bowl when he played in his home stadium, because they want to make up this fraudulent history for Tom Brady. Oh, nobody's done what Tom Brady's done. Tom Brady has won 7 Super Bowls. He won the first Super Bowl playing in his home stadium. He won the first Super Bowl played in overtime. Like, I'm like, man, come on. Like, this what we doing now? I'm like, for real, this what we doing now? And I'm gonna tell you right now, after today, I'm gonna lay off LeBron James. I'm not gonna go in on LeBron James like I used to after seeing this. After seeing this, I'm gonna lay off LeBron James. I'm dead serious. I'm gonna lay off LeBron James after seeing this fixed Super Bowl, because, like I said before, I know Skip Bayless can't wait to get to work and go so he can start talking about how great Tom Brady is. Now that Tom Brady has 7 championships, we can now say that he's a better athlete than Michael Jordan. Bullshit. Like I said, Michael Jordan never lost the NBA Finals. Straight up. Michael Jordan is 6-0 in NBA Finals. Man ain't tied to no type of cheating, but like I said, Tom Brady is tied to several cheating scandals. I mean, Roger Goodell, man, I'm surprised somebody ain't seen him and spit in his face for like making this shit so obvious what they did to the... They probably gonna get... I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you. The reason why they wanted Tom Brady to win, because it was like what Two Raw said. Tom Brady is the last good old boy representative of white quarterbacks. Because now you're gonna see the emergence of the Lamar Jacksons, the Deshaun Watson, and Patrick Mahomes, those type of guys. Because now the quarterback position is not going to be exclusively for whites. So that's another reason why they trying to fill up Tom Brady's, stats as far as championships go. So they can say, wow, Tom Brady was this, Tom Brady, and I'm just keeping it 100, man. That's pretty much what they doing. That's pretty much what they doing. Tom Brady's victory tonight was a victory for the Proud Boys. His victory tonight was a victory for the Proud Boys, for the Redneck Nation, for anything that that reminds you of just pure white trash. That's what Tom Brady's victory tonight was. It represented everything that's wrong with this country. So, if you ask me who won the Super Bowl tonight, white supremacy won the Super Bowl, because Tom Brady is a symbol of white supremacy. as I said before, Tom Brady is from the racist side of the Bay Area. He from San Mateo. He not from Oakland. He not from San Francisco. He from San Mateo. And if you know anybody from the Bay Area, they'll tell you that's the that's like, man, that's like going to the back part of San Jose. Now San Jose is cool, but like where Tom Brady from, San Mateo, nah, that's the conservative liberal, you know what I'm saying, secret Klansman like side of the Bay Area. I'm talking about San Mateo, that's Republican Central. You know what I'm saying? Then again, Democrats are racist too. So, I mean, but, you know, on that side, that's where a lot of those, you know what I'm saying, Republicans from, you know, he's from San Mateo. So, like I said, white supremacy won the Super Bowl tonight. The Proud Boys, they won the Super Bowl tonight. You know. Right now, some redneck somewhere with their comeback boots and they bomber jackets on is just celebrating. Some skinheads and shit with them bomber jackets on and shit, them green bomber jackets and them funny looking comeback boots and shit. They having a bonfire celebrating Tom Brady winning tonight. Or the NFL helping Tom Brady win. Like I said, man, if you a Kansas City Chiefs fan, you should call the NFL office and just say to Roger Goodell, fuck you. That was cold-blooded what they did to the Chiefs. The Chiefs, hey, the Chiefs have to play against the referees, Roger Goodell, Tom Brady, and the Buccaneers. The Chiefs had to play against 4 different people. The Chiefs never had a chance. They never had a chance to win that game. They was not going to let, like I told you, they was not going to let Patrick Mahomes come into Tom Brady's home stadium and win that game. Patrick Mahomes never had a chance. I know Patrick Mahomes may be half white, but tonight he got reminded he got told he was a nigga tonight because they was like, nigga, you is not winning this Super Bowl. Like, nigga, you ain't winning tonight. What did Honey Badger say? Man, I mean, everybody knew what was up. What did Honey Badger say? I mean, they was throwing. I mean, for real, they was just throwing flags like it was just nobody's business. It was sickening watching that game. It was sickening watching that game. It was sickening watching Tom Brady hold up that trophy. Because, see, they got a storyline. You know, Rob Gronkowski, he came back. Then Antonio Brown, he got to play in the game. And now they going to have him saying Tom Brady is his white savior and all that type of shit. So, you know, they had a storyline. Then they was talking about how diverse Tampa Bay's coaching staff is. But I bet you ain't none of them dudes go get offered a head coaching job. So they wanted to have a storyline. That's all it came down to. Yeah, that's what it was all about. Getting to, you know, Tom Brady leaves and goes to another team and wins the Super Bowl. Like, I was like, wow. Everybody knew what was up. Go watch Too Raw for TV's video. Everybody was texting me saying this game is. Everybody was texting me saying this game is rigged. I mean, we can't all be blind, and none of them was Kansas City Chiefs or Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans. They was 49er fans, they was Cowboy fans, they was Raider fans. Did not have a horse in the race, but they all knew what was going on. They all knew what the NFL was doing, and they was disgusted. Like I said, Tom Brady is going to be the most despised athlete in the history of sports. When his career is over, when people just think about it and get a chance to just really analyze Tom Brady's history, people going to be disgusted because some of these championships he didn't earn. If not all of them. It's always something weird with Tom Brady. Everybody thought that game. I mean, who didn't think that game was rigged? I mean, we all can't be. Look, I'm not no Kansas City Chiefs fan. I'm not no Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. So I don't have a horse in the race. Why would I be mad? I mean, for real. Why would I be mad at Tom Brady winning when I already know what happened, what they did to the Chiefs? They screwed the Chiefs. Can we be honest? The Chiefs got jobbed. Nobody was able to deal with that defense all year long. And then all of a sudden the Chiefs can find, all of a sudden the Chiefs just play like a team that didn't belong there. Nobody can handle that offense. Did all of a sudden Tampa Bay go in there and dominate? They didn't. I want you to understand something. They didn't barely beat the Chiefs. They blew them out. The Chiefs looked like a team that didn't even belong there. Like a team that got there. I mean, real. It looked like. For real, they looked like a team that didn't have no business being there. It looked like the 49ers back in the day versus the Denver Broncos. Don't you remember when the Denver Broncos would go to the Super Bowl and they would get destroyed? I mean, it wouldn't even be... John Elway went out, on a high note. He won back-to-back Super Bowl. But, man, the Broncos... back in the day, when they would go to the Super Bowl, they would get destroyed. They got destroyed by the 49ers, and they got destroyed by the New York Giants. That's how this Chiefs... this was the number one offensive team this year. And they it didn't even look, for real. The referees wouldn't even let them play. Kidding. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. They really gonna do this for the world to see? They really gonna make it this obvious for Tampa Bay to win this game? Well, I know they're going to say Tom Brady is the greatest athlete of all time. Stop it. Yeah, he the greatest athlete with the help of of the referees in the NFL. But Skip Bayless is, I'm telling you, Skip Bayless is going to be talking so much shit. I know he is. And like I said, Tom Brady won't ever be better than Michael Jordan. In no way, shape, or form. No way, shape, or form. Michael Jordan, once again, for the people in the cheap seats, is 6-0 in finals. Yeah, did Tampa Bay get any penalties in this game? Did Tampa Bay get any flags in this game? Well, there you go. They got one flag, and that's when the damn game was over. Only one flag. Like I said, people was just walking away. They was just like, I'm going back to work. I'm going back to work. I'm going back to work. Because we all knew what was going on. We was like, the fix is in. I said this 2 weeks ago. I said 2 weeks ago that if you was go place a bet, you should place a bet on Tampa Bay. But from what I heard, the house won. From what I heard, the house won because everybody bet on the Chiefs. Suckers bet. Yeah, this Super Bowl was a home game. Yeah, if you a gambler, the house, they already looked. They said that the house won. So if you would have took your life savings and bet on Tampa Bay, you would be well off tonight. I think I told you to bet on Tampa Bay. I told you that they was not going to let Tom Brady lose in his home stadium. Did anybody believe that? I knew that Tampa Bay was going to more than likely win this game, but I didn't know they was going like make it obvious to where it wasn't even a competitive game, man. I mean, they could at least added some drama to it where it could have been a back and forth game, but they made it a blowout. I never got so many texts from people saying, I can't believe this shit. I never saw people saying that this game was rigged. This might have been, I'm serious. And I thought that Super Bowl between the Rams and the Patriots was horrible. This was the worst Super Bowl that they had on TV because it was so obvious what they was doing. It was so obvious. It wasn't no excitement to the game. It wasn't no drama to the game because you knew what was going on. You knew what was happening. I was like, they is giving every call to Tampa Bay. I'm gonna tell you right now, depending on what's going on next year, since the Super Bowl is gonna be in Los Angeles, I may go to the Super Bowl as long as Tom Brady ain't playing in it. I don't think Tom Brady could play till he's 50. But you can't really. Hey, Percy, that was disgusting, bro. That was the most. It was just so obvious. It was just so obvious what they was doing, and I just could. I was just shaking my head in disgust. My boss was complaining. Supervisor was complaining. The people at the job was like complaining, saying the shit was rigged. Everybody. I don't know how Tom Brady, Jerry, could play till he's 50. That's a tall order right there. I mean, George Blanda played till he was 50, but man, you talking about Tom Brady playing till he like 49? That's kind of stretching it. That's just kind of stretching it. I don't think Tom Brady could play till he's 50. I think it'll get to the point to where somebody will just try to take his head off on GP and won't even care about getting fined or suspended. They just would try to, because I just think that they tired. I think that everybody in the league is tired of him. They gonna fuck around and they gonna have another bounty gate. I'm gonna be looking to see if any NFL player gonna hit that game was rigged. I just want to see if anybody gonna have the guts to say. Didn't Bruce Arians, wasn't he the coach in that game with the Steelers? Wasn't Bruce Arians that coach? Yeah, I think Bruce Arians was the coach with that Super Bowl with the Steelers in the Cardinals. Yeah. Hey, that was the greatest Super Bowl ever played. And that game wasn't rigged. They actually let them play. That was the greatest Super Bowl ever played. That one and the one with the Giants and the Patriots, the one where Eli Manning made that throw to David Tyree. Those were the two greatest Super Bowls I ever saw. And they let them and they let them play. They let them play. But you can't, you just can't, they won't let you. It's just like they don't want you to beat Tom Brady. That Super Bowl with the Cardinals and the Steelers, I could watch that game over and over again. But they let them play. They know Tom Brady is a Trump supporter. think Bruce Arians was the head coach in that game versus somebody look up and see who was the head coach in the Steelers versus the Cardinals. I think that was 2009. But I think Bruce Arians I think he was the head coach. Because I know he liked to wear Kangos and shit. Nah, yeah, Mike Tomlin was the head coach. Yeah, okay, yeah, see what I thought. Tom Brady ain't never gonna be my GOAT. He the GOAT of cheating. Oh yeah, I remember that game. I saw it. I saw that. I remember watching that game too. Like I said, how is Tom Brady a GOAT when he got caught cheating? I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me, when did the Chicago Bulls get caught cheating? Yeah, he the Spygate GOAT. He the drone GOAT. He the inflated balls GOAT. Yeah, he the great cheater. He sure is. He the GOAT of cheating. Like I said, you can't compare. Like I said, I'm waiting. Can somebody please tell me? See, this is what they gonna try to do. We all know this is when they gonna throw up when you say, well, Tom Brady got caught cheating. And they gonna say, well, you know, Michael Jordan is tied to gambling. But they never proved that Michael Jordan gambled on basketball. They never proved that. It was never proven. Now, it's never been proven. It's never been proven. It was never proven for real that Michael Jordan gambled on basketball. But he did have a bad gambling. Like, I think that it's going to come out. I think it's going to come out sooner than later. Either when Michael Jordan is dead or whatever the case may be. A lot of people believe that Michael Jordan never really retired. What they saying is that Michael Jordan did gamble on basketball and he got suspended for a year. But David Stern wanted to protect the league and Michael Jordan's reputation, so he told Michael Jordan to retire for like a year and then he could come back. But that's what they said behind the scenes happened, but it was never proven. Hey, that's a good assessment. That's a good assessment. That's what I really heard about Michael Jordan. That Michael Jordan, behind the scenes, he got suspended, but they told them to say that he retired because they found out that he gambled on some basketball games. So Michael Jordan was coming back all along. When he retired, I said he gonna come back. That's why he went and played baseball. But that's what they saying. A lot of people been saying that it was really a suspension, and David Stern just like, you know what? I'm gonna protect your reputation. I'm gonna protect the league's reputation. Keep in mind, y'all, there wasn't no internet back then. There wasn't no internet. There wasn't no YouTube. There wasn't none of that. Now it would be hard to do that because everybody talk. So it was a lot easier to pull that off because you could control the media back then. But now people talk to everybody. Somebody will leak that story out. So probably when Michael Jordan is dead or something, or he just so old to where people just go be like, fuck it. He just gonna probably just say, you know what, I got suspended. Just like I already knew he was the one that had something to do with Isaiah Thomas not playing on the Olympic team. But even if he gambled on basketball, if he bet on some games, that don't mean that he, like Tom Brady, he flat out got caught cheating and tried to lie about it. The Patriots been fined. They didn't lost draft picks for flat out cheating. And they seem to dismiss it. But then again, the NFL is inconsistent anyway. Just like we all know yesterday, and like I said, Calvin Johnson, that was my boy. For real. Calvin Johnson, that was my boy. And we all was kind of like on the fence, should Calvin Johnson that got to the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. Calvin Johnson got voted to the Hall of Fame on the first ballot, and he only played 8 seasons. But his numbers was just so off the hook to where it was like, okay, you got to put him in. Well, you ain't got to put him in. But here's the thing, though. You put Calvin Johnson in, but you won't put Donovan McNabb in, and you won't put Steve McNair in. Which, by the way, that video is coming later on tonight. Because now it's time to put Steve McNair and Donovan McNabb in the Hall of Fame. And then it was a slap in the face to T.O. That was a flat out diss to T.O. Okay, I'll put up a video with Calvin Johnson's numbers and T.O.'s number. If I was T.O., I would take that Hall of Fame jacket and I would send that shit back to Canton and say, take my bus out of the Hall of Fame. Because they constantly trying to diss the dude. Yeah, we gonna put Calvin Johnson in. And the NFL bylaws say you are not supposed to make voting personal. But yet, Ben Roethlisberger is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer who allegedly assaulted 2 women. Tom Brady is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer who been caught numerous times. T.O. never had one incident outside of football, but he had to wait his 3rd year eligibility to get into the Hall of Fame. Ty Cobbs was a miserable, racist piece of shit, and he was the first person ever put into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Yeah, Donovan McNabb's numbers is better. Donovan McNabb had the best touchdown interception ratio out of most quarterbacks. Donovan McNabb hardly ever threw interceptions. I'm gonna have to look and see who's else. Who can somebody look and see who's eligible for the Hall of Fame next year for the first ballot? Troy Aikman was the most overrated quarterback that ever played football. Troy Aikman should not have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. His numbers was pedestrian. He only had 1 season where he threw for more than 20 touchdowns. Most people will admit that. But then, once again, you had Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin had to wait his 3rd or 4th year eligibility before he got in. But Emmitt Smith got in on the first ballot, and Troy Aikman got in on the first ballot. I mean, Troy Aikman's numbers is the epitome of mediocre. And like I said before, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Terry Bradshaw got benched before. Terry Bradshaw, like I said, averaged an interception a game his whole career. Terry Bradshaw threw for only 2 more touchdowns than he did interceptions. I want you to understand that. Terry Bradshaw, once again, only had 2 more touchdowns than he had interceptions. Once again, Terry Bradshaw averaged an interception per game his whole career. Well then, Ben Roethlisberger shouldn't get into the Hall of Fame. Ben Roethlisberger should have to wait to get into the Hall of Fame. Since they want to go, since they so self-righteous, right? Since they have so much merit, right? Like I said, I'm waiting for one of y'all that's listening to this stream to tell me, what did T.O. do outside of football? What did T.O. do outside of football? So what? He clashed with some of his teammates. So that means you can't put that mean well he clashed with his teammates. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So if T.O. have to wait his third year eligibility, then Ben Roethlisberger shouldn't get in on the first ballot. Since you want to play the self-righteous shit, since you want to send a message, I promise you Ben Roethlisberger go get in on the first ballot. Troy Aikman had a good offensive line around him. Look, you put Eli Manning with that offensive line that Troy Aikman had, Nate Newton and all them dudes, they would have won. Eli Manning would have won 3 in a row. Peyton Manning probably would have won 4 in a row. Okay, he probably would have won 5 Super Bowls with that Dallas Cowboy team that Troy Aikman had. He had a good offensive line. He had Larry Allen. So that's what I'm saying. Troy Aikman's numbers say he is not a Hall of Famer. But Donovan McNabb can't get in. Steve McNair can't get in. This is why people get mad about the politics that go on in sports. You a black athlete, you gotta be a Rhodes Scholar. T.O. playing in the Super Bowl with a broke leg. Balled his ass off. But nobody remembers that, man. Nobody remembers that. Look, let me explain something to you. If the Detroit Lions would have just traded Barry Sanders like he asked, Barry Sanders would have had a chance to win the Super Bowl. And then they wanted to play hardball, and he quit on them. And then they were stuck. And then 3 years into his retirement, they say, well, if you come out of retirement, we'll trade you. Nah, man, it's too late. It's like we asked to be traded. Him and his agent said trade us. Nah, y'all, So, I mean, it is what it is. That's all, man. That's all I'm saying, man. That's another thing. Take Dan Marino and put him on that Dallas Cowboys team and see what he do. Like I said, Dan Marino, man, I keep telling y'all, if y'all didn't see Dan Marino play, that dude could play. It's crazy that Dan Marino never went back to the Super Bowl. And I never saw a dude that could get the ball out his hands as quick as Dan Marino could. But they never just could get the right pieces around him at the right time. Dan Marino had to play in the era with he had to play with John Elway, Joe Montana. He had to play with all them type of dudes. Like I said, if you didn't see Dan Marino play, whoo, man. He just didn't play for the he just didn't play for the right team. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Dan Marino was loyal to the Dolphins. He could have asked for a trade. He could have left for free agency, but he stayed. Warren Moon is Warren Moon is a dude. If he wouldn't have been robbed of like the first 7 years of his career, Warren Moon probably would have retired. Probably at that time, with all of the passing records. Keep in mind, Warren Moon at the time, which was a lot of yards. Warren Moon threw for like 47,000 yards or something. He had to go to Canada for like 6 or 7 years. So that's the point that I'm trying to make. And Warren Moon won like what, 5 Canadian Cups or something? Yeah, Warren Moon was a beast. It was just like he was like Yeah. Yeah, the Buffalo Bills. The nothingless Buffalo Bills. Well, Andy, I'll put it to you this way. If anybody but Tom Brady is playing in the Super Bowl, I'm in California, so LA, that's an hour, that's an hour plane trip. So it's easy to get to that. That's an in and out. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure by the end of the year shit'll be open. I'm probably going to the Super Bowl as long as Tom Brady ain't playing in it. Oh yeah, the Super Bowl in LA. The Super Bowl in LA. And you know damn well they gonna have a crowd in LA. They gonna find a way to put asses. Yeah, the Super Bowl is in LA at Sophie Stadium. I'll be there as long as Tom Brady ain't playing in it. Yeah, Warren was the man. Yeah, for real. I go to LA. Sophie Stadium is right by the airport. I'm talking about it's a 10-minute ride from LAX. It's a 10-minute Uber ride from LAX. You fly over Sophie Stadium going into LA, and then the Forum is on the other side. That'll be the easiest in and out you could. It ain't no easier to get to that stadium, because all you got to do, you fly into LAX, you take a Uber down Imperial, you right there. Yeah, that's like I said. Like I said, as long as Tom Brady ain't playing in the Super Bowl, I may go. Yeah. Sorry. Century. My bad. Century. Yeah, Century, not Imperial. Century. Yeah, Century Boulevard. Century Boulevard. It'll take you straight to Sophie. As soon as you get off the airplane, you could get it. They have an Uber lot, and it'll take you straight to the stadium. You don't even have to get on the freeway. Century Boulevard take you directly into LAX. I'm talking about that's gonna be the easiest trip I can make. I'm talking that's gonna be an in. That's gonna be an in and out. Hey, Norm West, you doing a Super Bowl party, a social distance Super Bowl party at shit? If you can find a club, rent a club out. I'll put in on a Super Bowl party. We'll bring the LDBC or something there. That's what I'm saying. This is the first Super Bowl that Tom Brady ever won in a blowout. In an uncompetitive, meaningless ass game. Nah, you should. No, let me know, man. Let me know. We got to put it together. We got to link up around November or December and start putting it together and shit. You know, get flyers out and find a nice little spot and shit. Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna try to go. I'm definitely gonna try to go to the Super Bowl. I'm definitely going because this gonna be the closest Super Bowl that I could ever imagine going to. But the shit was fixed to the motherfucker. Nah, for real, let's do that. LA got plenty of spots to host the Super Bowl at. Yeah, I know. Like I said, that Super Bowl, like, this is gonna be a Super Bowl I don't even want to remember. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, y'all gonna hear people slobbing on Tom Brady's knob like it's going out of style. These white people gonna be, Tom Brady is gonna be white Jesus tomorrow. They finna declare him the Messiah. Tom Brady finna be declared white Jesus tomorrow. I don't even want to listen to sports media tomorrow because they gonna be, when I say they gonna be slobbing on Tom Brady's knob, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be abnormal, like how they gonna be. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch Skip and Shannon just to see Skip Bayless saying Tom Brady how wonderful he is. Skip. That's what I saw today. Skip. Tom Brady. Skip. He might be the best that ever did it. Skip. Okay, Skip. He might be the best that ever. Skip. Tom Brady the GOAT. Skip. That's all you gonna hear, Shannon. Skip. I'm just watch. Skip. I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Brady do run for Skip. Skip. After what I saw, Skip. Tom Brady, the best that ever did. Skip. Skip. They might make him do Skip. I gotta admit, Skip. After what I saw, Skip. I might have been erring my way, Skip. Hey, I'm depending on Shannon Sharp to go in on Tom Brady. I hope he do, man. I hope somebody have the guts to just say what it was yesterday. Hey, my brother Torian Rain here. Hey, Torian, did you see that rigged Super Bowl? I God damn. How can they just make shit so? How can they just make shit so fucking obvious? Oh, he sees. Nah, Tori, and hey, at my job, everybody said, man, fuck this. I'm going back to work. Everybody, like I said, man, Patrick Mahomes was getting hammered. No, they refused to, they refused to throw a flag, man. It was like, what's up? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I told y'all they would go. I told y'all they would go let. I told y'all they would go let Tom Brady lose a Super Bowl in his home stadium. Everybody knew that shit. Yeah, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. Like I said, I told y'all to get on FanDuel and like take like $25 and bet on Tampa Bay. You know, just take I told y'all. Like I said, if anybody but the Buccaneers play in the Super Bowl, I'll go. Because it's going to be in L.A. L.A. ain't my neck of the woods, but I'm from California. I mean, L.A. is if I'm lucky, it's a 5-hour drive from me. But where the stadium is, from where I'm coming from Oakland, when you hit the L.A. city limits coming from Highway 5, you additional 20 minutes from downtown. Now you about 25 minutes from downtown LA. So when you get to downtown LA, you got to drive 25 more minutes to get to Inglewood, because the stadium is in Inglewood. You know, they gentrified, some neighborhoods to build that stadium, but that stadium is in the hood. Yeah, Sophie Stadium is in Inglewood, right off Century Boulevard. That stadium is in the hood, and on the opposite side is the Forum. And when you fly into LA, you fly directly over Sophie Stadium, because I'm talking about, it's right by the airport. And I think that's why they put it in that location, because it's relatively easy to get to. It's I say it's about maybe $10. It's maybe 15 at the most if you take Uber. So like I said, that's gonna work for me. I'm gonna do a day in, and I'm gonna do a day, or I'm gonna do an overnight. But that's only if Tom Brady ain't playing. If Tom Brady playing in that Super Bowl, I'm not going. Straight up. But anyway, y'all, thanks for tapping in, man. I'm out.